Hello, and welcome to the Let Them Live podcast. I'm Emily Burning, your host, and also the president and co-founder of Let Them Live. We bring you interviews with unsung heroes and inspiring individuals who are in the fight to save babies, mothers, and fathers from abortion. Our goal is to amplify their voices and bring their stories to the forefront, shedding light on the incredible work they do and the lives they touch. This is more than just a podcast. It's a platform that allows everyone to share their pro-life stories and inspire us to passionately continue advocating for life. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Let Them Live podcast. My name is Emily, and I am the co-founder and president of Let Them Live, as well as the host of the Let Them Live podcast. And honestly, the purpose of this podcast is to talk about our partnerships, talk about all of the amazing people in the pro-life movement, people that are making a difference, people that are pioneering different parts of the pro-life movement and how we work with them. And so today I'm so excited to have Sarah, who started EveryLife Co. Is that the right title? Founder, executive director, CEO. I'm sure I have your bio somewhere, but I'm so bad about reading it. So maybe you can just introduce yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Emily, thank you so much for having me here today. It's an honor, and we're so grateful to partner with Let Them Live. The work that you are doing is changing hearts and minds. So it's a privilege to be able to be on the journey with y'all. But my name is Sarah Gabel Seifert, and I am one of the co-founders and the president of EveryLife. And we are the first and only unapologetically pro-life diaper company on the market. And we are so grateful to be the solution. When I discovered that there were numerous major diaper companies that were supporting either vocally or financially abortion, it was pretty appalling, which is why we wanted to stand up and let parents know that they can shift their dollars to support a company that aligns with their core convictions. Thanks again for having me, and it's an honor to be here.
I love that. And I'll never forget your title now because we have the same title, co-founder and president. So I'll never
There you go.
I think it's absolutely amazing. And I've been really excited about, there's all these like pro-life companies that are up and coming that are specifically like donating money to pro-life causes. And it's like unapologetic. We are pro-life. We're not tiptoeing around the subject. So can you talk a little bit about how this idea came to you and how EveryLife, like how you founded it?
Yeah, absolutely. To back up, my husband and I actually started a tech company called PublicSq. It's the first marketplace for freedom-loving, pro-family, pro-life, pro-freedom companies on the market. And so through that, we realized that there were tons of Americans out there that were looking to shop in alignment with their values. Now we have over 65,000 plus small businesses on PublicSq, and we have over 1.5 million daily consumer members. And it's been amazing to see the parallel economy arise. And through that, we discovered that there was no pro-life diaper company. And actually, we learned it was quite the opposite, that almost every major diaper company was either vocally or financially supporting abortion in some form or fashion. And as a brand new mom, I was appalled and I was disappointed. And as a family, we're really passionate about supporting companies that align with our core convictions. And so when we realized that there wasn't a diaper company that was actually for babies, we decided to be the solution. So we launched EveryLife in July of this summer. So we're a brand new company, but we are the fastest growing diaper company that's really ever existed up until this point in time in modern history. And it just goes to show that there is a lot of us out there that are pro-life, that are Christians, that are believers, that are looking to stand up for the most vulnerable and also put our money where our mouth is and actually support companies that stand for children. And so we're grateful to be available for parents. And I am also one of those parents. So the product is fantastic. Not only do we have the values component, but the diaper really does do the job. And I can advocate for that because I use it on my little one every day, and they're premium, they're soft, and they're clean. They're fantastic.
Oh, I love that. I couldn't remember when you guys had started, but if you had asked me, I would have said, oh my gosh, a couple of years ago, because you guys have just popped off. You've grown so quickly. What has that been like for you? Like just as like an entrepreneur and like it just happening so quickly, how have you had to adjust to that?
Yeah, it's a good question. We were amazed by the response. It blew us away. And really, it was full of encouragement and a lot of answered prayers. You never know when you start something, what the outcome is going to be and what the response is going to be. But It was successful, and it's only going to continue to grow and expand. And we're actually looking at, in the new year, expanding our brand beyond diapers and wipes and looking at really creating an entire baby brand that stands for life, that stands for the unborn. And so we believe, Emily, that we're really just getting started, which is really exciting. We're running fast, we're running hard, and we have an incredible team that's not only passionate about creating a premium product, but they're passionate about being pro-life and being pro-family and being for children and helping moms and dads and families that are in those vulnerable positions and partnering with organizations just like yours that are standing up and actually helping people in those desperate moments. So it's great to be a part of a company that really wants to give back and make a difference. So I'm honored. It's been so much fun. And like I said, I think we're just getting started.
I met with some of your team there on top of it. It's amazing. And it's so exciting. We started Let Them Live. Okay, that's our thing. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy to be like starting all of our own companies in order to be able to buy products that support causes that we like. So as someone on the outside, like I'm so grateful because now we know that we have that as an option. We have pro-life skincare, we have pro-life coffee, we have pro-life diapers. And what a simple thing too, just to go back to the diaper. Okay. This is such a simple thing. And it's absolutely wild to me when I saw that. I don't know how long ago this was, but I do remember seeing Huggies or Pampers or both or Johnson & Johnson, all these companies supporting abortion. And I was like, did I read that right? They're literally diaper companies. Mm-hmm. They're just in a business sense too. That's their customer, our parents.
That's right. And Emily, it is mind boggling. It's hard to put our heads around because not only is it morally wrong, but there's also no economic sense around that sort of business model to be creating products for babies, but then supporting the termination of children. It doesn't add up. And really as a parent, it should fire us up. It should get us really angry at the fact that there are businesses that are not willing to stand for the most vulnerable. And so again, this is what led us to want to start something that was different. And not only do we love life, but we believe that life is precious from the moment of conception. No matter how that baby was conceived, it's worthy of living, it's worthy of protection. And we want to help them, parents, beyond just the diapering. We want to give back and we want to help people who are in those vulnerable situations. I actually come from a pregnancy resource center background and served many years in those situations where moms and dads would come in and they would be considering abortion, thinking that's the only option. But I'm so thankful that there are places like pregnancy centers, as well as Let Them Live and other pro-life organizations that are helping people see that there is a way, and that parenting is actually the greatest gift in the entire world. There's nothing better. And so as a company, we're standing with parents. We are going to send the message loud and clear that every life is worth living and that being a parent is the greatest gift of all. It's not easy, but it's beautiful and it's wonderful. And I'm so thankful to be a brand new mom. And I actually just celebrated my little girl's first year of life yesterday. And it's just been an honor and a joy. And so we want to make sure that we're unafraid to talk about those matters.
You have your baby and then you have the EveryLife baby that's growing. And what an amazing name too. I think it's just so catchy. It's so beautiful. And I think it's totally beautiful that you guys also give back, Let Them Live, to pregnancy centers, because truly that shows people that they can buy your product. And not only are you saying that you're pro-life, but they know that some of the money is going back to actually supporting women. And you did talk a little bit about your pregnancy center background. Maybe talk a little bit about your own pro-life story. Like, how did you get involved with the pregnancy center? Did you grow up pro-life? What kind of got you into all of this?
Oh, that's a great question. So I was born in the South and I was raised in a Christian family, but it really wasn't until I got into college, my college years, before God became really real in my life and I started to live it out. Through that, I went on a journey. I got married really young and my husband and I were in ministry for a long time and various nonprofits. And I actually, Emily, had a dream in the night where God spoke to me about the issue of abortion in 2019. And in this dream, it was very vivid. And I remember waking up and telling my husband that this is on his heart. This is on God's heart, his children. And I went through a season of being very prayerful for women that were in that vulnerable situation, deciding if they were going to choose life or abort, and just interceding on behalf of these families and these babies, which turned into not just a burden. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Bible verse where it talks about God breaking our heart for what breaks his, but I went through that. I mean, it was a massive burden. I was in the night just praying and interceding. And I realized that burden needed to become a responsibility, and I needed to do something with this calling and this passion. So that's what actually led me into directing a pregnancy resource center in San Clemente, California. And that was an incredible honor and journey. But then, as I mentioned earlier, my husband and I were called into starting PublicSq, which was the marketplace where you can shop in alignment with your values. And out of that came EveryLife. And EveryLife is actually owned by PublicSq. And I don't know if I clarified that earlier, but we're grateful to be in tandem with PublicSq and using that community, because this community of people that are passionate about family, passionate about life, passionate about our country, they're making a difference. And everybody can shift their dollars. Everybody can spend money in alignment with their values. I think everybody wants to do something, and that's something everybody can do and participate in. So this pro-life movement is growing. It's blowing me away. And as an EveryLife team, we're really grateful to be able to be a part of it. It's really a joy.
Yeah, welcome. It's similar for Let Them Live. It happened overnight. Nathan and I were not prepared for what was going to happen, but God sure was. I think it's the perfect time for EveryLife because there was the stuff that happened with Budweiser, for example, and Target. And I've never seen such an incredible shift of dollars from companies that don't align with beliefs. And I feel like consumers, we are wanting to buy things in line. So I think it's like the perfect time. It's absolutely amazing. Has there been any backlash with you guys? What are some of the challenges that you've faced, coming? I'm just being like, we're pro-life. This is what we are. We're firm. You're going to have backlash. I know that firsthand. So what have you guys faced?
Emily, it's a great question. And to be honest with you, we have had way more support than we have had backlash. So I am amazed again by the group of believers and pro-lifers that are standing up right now, and they're unafraid. I feel like we're getting our voice back again, and we're becoming louder and becoming unafraid to support companies that share our values. And so while we have had pushback, there's definitely people who are not fond of what we're doing. We have way more of an army that are really behind us and fueling the mission that we're on. We have a Buy for a Cause program that allows people to donate diapers and wipes to various causes. And for example, this is a great response that we had from our community was the Maui wildfires were happening, and we wanted to help families that were literally losing everything because of the fires there. We ended up donating over 200,000 wipes and over 140,000 diapers to families in need. So it just goes to show that's one example of what is out there and who's out there. I believe there's a statistic that says 83% of millennials want to support companies that share their values. So we're seeing that happen every single day. And we have challenges, but there's way more triumph and just so much reward in standing up and being unafraid.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I did not know about that statistic. I think that makes so much sense, though. I think that I'm a millennial. I'm on the more tail end of it, but we really are like pretty convicted when we want to support what we support. So that's really interesting. And I think you guys are going to find so much success from that. If someone wants to buy, because you guys do diapers and wipes, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Perfect. That's what I thought. I wanted to make sure because I know you guys have other products coming. So if someone wants to buy, where are they going to go? How can they start to get involved with you guys and sign up? Is there like a subscription they can sign up for? I'm not a mom, but when I am a mom someday, I know that those diapers are going to need to be coming all the time.
Absolutely. So there's a couple of different ways that your audience can get involved. We have a bundle package of diapers and wipes that can actually be delivered right to your doorstep through our auto renew service. What's really great about that, and I agree, Emily, as a mom, you want convenience and people are busy and you don't want to have to think about those diapers and wipes every single month. So what's great is it's automatic. It comes to your door. If you need to change your diaper, if you need to change the order, the size, update anything, we text you, we remind you. So that's a really great way for moms to be able to have that assurance that those essentials will come to their doorstep every single month. But we also have our Buy for a Cause program. And maybe you don't have a baby, but you love the mission that we're on and you just want to support somebody who's in need. We're able to do that through our Buy for a Cause program. We send that to pregnancy resource centers and urgent need, as well as mobile clinics. And like I mentioned earlier, we have some specific causes where we jump in and meet the need. We also are launching an ambassador program here soon. So if anyone's interested in just being a voice to the brand and letting your community and your churches and your pregnancy centers know about us, join us. Help us build something bigger than ourselves. And people can email partnerships at everylife.com to do that. And actually, Emily, your audience has a discount code. I think it's LIVE10 that they can use at checkout and get 10% off of their first order. So I wanted to mention that too, because we want to make sure that we can support your listeners in any way that we can.
Yeah, thank you. I was like searching in my email. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot remember the code or whatever. So yeah, LIVE10, which is amazing. And thank you guys for doing that. And I think it's a really great way to support the cause. And I also really love the concept of buying diapers to help other people, because diapers are one of those things, like, they're expensive and babies go through them like so much. You're going through, you're a new mom, how many diapers you've used. And so to be able to give that can just be like the slightest relief off of a mom that can make the biggest difference, for sure.
That's right.
I think that's absolutely amazing. I love what you guys are doing. I think that we're going to see lots of good stuff. And you did touch a little bit on some more like products that you're going to be having. Is there like a timeline for that so we can keep our eyes out?
That's a great question. Definitely be on the lookout in the new year. We're going to be launching some new products. I'm going to keep it secret for now and just build the suspense for what's to come. But there will be some new things to be looking out for, and we'll be announcing that, sometime next year, and continuing to grow this. We know that there's a need, and we want to meet the needs of our consumers and our customers, and just help parents know with a blessed assurance that if they buy from us, their money's going into the right place, and we're also giving back in return. So I want to mention too, with the LIVE10 discount, 10% of the sales generated by that unique discount code goes back to your ministry. So you guys can continue the beautiful work that you're doing. And you mentioned earlier about diapers and wipes being an essential. Every parent has to have them, and the costs do add up. And I know one of the things that you do at Let Them Live is take the financial burden off of these women who are considering an abortion to help them choose life. And so even just being able to provide those diapers and wipes to women and take a little bit of burden off of them is a blessing and a gift to us. And so again, we're grateful to be able to partner with an organization like yours that's really helping women know that they're not alone and they can be supported.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can kill two birds with one stone, right? You can order something that you need, get something that you like, support the cause, money comes back to Let Them Live. It's amazing. Like, it's a win for all of us, which is absolutely incredible. So just one last time, just to remind everyone, can you give your website, social media, anything where we can connect, and just repeat one more time to how to become an ambassador, to share your company, and how people can get more involved?
Absolutely. If you head to www.everylife.com, we would love to have you visit our site and purchase one of our incredible premium products. You will not be disappointed. We also have an Instagram channel called EveryLife Co. And that's a really great place to follow. We tell all kinds of stories and the impact of what we're doing. We really say we're not just changing diapers, we're changing lives. And so we want to tell the stories of how our diapers are changing lives. So you'll hear stories on there of parents who have chosen life for their baby, and now they're using EveryLife diapers. And so join us in the fight. Join us in making a difference, and buy for a cause if you don't have a baby, because those diapers are going to bless somebody. And if you are interested in being an ambassador, email partnerships at everylife.com. We'd love to send you more information about how you can help us share the mission and the journey, be a part of the journey with us. It's a fun one to be on. Like we've said before, it's a joy to be a part of the larger pro-life organization. So thank you, Emily, so much for letting me come on here today and share about EveryLife.
Absolutely. And before we head off, I was going to ask you, what can you share? Is there one story that really sticks out to you? One or two, because I know it's hard to pick, but maybe there's a story that really stands out to you that you'd like to share for people watching or listening.
Absolutely. We have countless stories, hundreds of stories from moms coming out and saying, I struggled with diaper rash for a very long time. have put numerous diapers on my baby, and EveryLife is the first diaper that I've used that actually has cleared up my baby's skin. And I actually personally can attest to that too. I was using one of the most luxurious diapers, Coterie, and I switched to EveryLife, obviously, once we launched. And it has been phenomenal, the results of how the diaper absorbs and keeps the baby's bun dry and clean. And so we hear story after story of people who say their babies have very sensitive skin and it's working. The overnight success of the baby sleeping longer because of our diapers, that always warms my heart. And there's those, but there's also the stories of the change that we are able to implement through our Buy for a Cause program. There was a recent donation that we did to a pregnancy center in Las Vegas. And one of the clients there had taken the abortion pill, but came into this pregnancy resource center and started the abortion pill reversal medication. Her baby was saved. And now that mom is using EveryLife diapers, and she's so blessed because, like we mentioned earlier, it's one less thing for that mom to have to worry about. And so that's where our diapers are going. That's who we're helping. And that's the impact that we're able to make through our company and the support of amazing people like your audience and beyond. So that's a few stories I could go on and on, but thanks for asking. And we know there'll be many more.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, head over to their Instagram, you guys, and check out all those stories. Those are so heartwarming and they really make me just want to go and buy a bunch of diapers and support. And so thank you again so much, Sarah, for not only starting this amazing company and for being unapologetically pro-life and supporting pro-life causes, Let Them Live, but also for being on today. I know you're probably very busy as a mom and an entrepreneur. So I do really appreciate you sharing. And again, you guys can go to EveryLife.com and use our code LIVE10. 10% is going to come back to Let Them Live, and just an amazing company. So Nathan and I will be supporters for sure, especially when we get some babies. Thank you. Thank you again for being on and sharing.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Emily. It's been an honor.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of the Let Them Live podcast. I would like to give a special shout out to Patrick at Moon Shadow Studios, who does an amazing job of editing our podcast. If you're ever in the need for a podcast editor, he is definitely the one to go to. Let Them Live is a Christian nonprofit dedicated to supporting women who are considering abortion primarily due to financial burden. 73% of women have abortions because of financial struggles, and we're here to help bridge that gap. Our goal is to provide the emotional and financial support these women need to feel empowered to choose life. If our cause resonates with you and you're interested in learning more, getting involved, or making a donation, please visit our website at www.letthemlive.org. One amazing way to contribute is by joining our Heartbeat Club, where you can become a monthly donor, and your ongoing support will ensure that we can continue helping women every single month. You can also follow us on social media to stay up to date with all the amazing stories and ways that you can be part of our mission. You can also find me on Instagram at Emily Burning. Thank you again for listening, and please join us for more upcoming inspiring stories and conversations.